What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Angelo, and today we're back with another scary react video, bro. Chat, today we got Nick Crowley, Everloop, YouTube's darkest mysteries, bro. Bro, we watched a few Nick Crowley videos before, bro, and they are very in-depth, bro, and mysterious, bro. You go down these crazy rabbit holes, bro, so let's get straight into it today, chat. Today is Sunday, bro, and it is Mother's Day, bro, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, bro. And as always, bro, God bless, chat. Let's get straight into it, bro. See you on the video. Peace. The following video contains scenes that may be upsetting to some. So chat, be careful, chat. As always, bro. There may be some upsetting things in here, bro. So for me, make sure I watch at your own pace, alright?
The channel appears on YouTube serving as a promotional page for an up-and-coming company called MOTHERSDAY, a brand that boasted unbeatable deals in the world of aviation.
Come on, chat, let's go.
That same day, 4 videos were uploaded, each showcasing young women dressed as flight attendants, detailing some of the many services that Aviloop provided. These would be the only videos ever uploaded to the channel, as from that moment on, the page was abandoned, giving Aviloop a lifespan of just 1 day. The 1 day is all it would take to set in motion a mystery that remains unsolved to this very day. A mystery surrounding the
Bro, why is it so eerie, bro?
And the service.
Yo, chill, bro. Why you gotta zoom in the photos so like, why you trying to make me scared, bro? Chill.
Question:
Damn.
What was Aviloop? And the more you search for answers, the more deranged this trail becomes. This is the story of Aviloop, YouTube's darkest mystery.
And there's no catch.
Oh, hell no, bro.
So what are you waiting for, Captain?
This video contains opinions and theories I do not claim. Oh, okay.
Welcome to Aviloop, your collective buy website for anything aviation.
The formula for Aviloop's content was simple. A young woman stands in front of a static white background dressed in a flight attendant's outfit. They refer to themselves as...
But why is it so creepy, bro?
Their job seems to be sharing information about...
I'm making it like hella eerie.
Aviloop.
We offer deals on flight lessons, pilot accessories,
Fuel, FBO services, charter flights, and even small aircraft.
you don't see that very often.
The brand marketed
They sell
a number of
airplanes?
unique aviation-related services, making them appear as a one-stop shop for anyone in the industry or just anyone interested in flying. Aviloop claimed to do it all.
So if
and at
anything like
unbeatable
resources
prices,
for flying,
too,
okay?
Our deals are usually 50 to 90% off.
promoting deals of 50 to 90%.
90% off, bro. Hey, bro, sign me up, bro. I want to buy a plane for 90% off. What?
But the more you watch, the less clear it becomes what exactly Aviloop did.
Bro, it's just like one of those like fake AI ads, bro. You be seeing on like
no
TikTok, bro.
prices, no location,
From like China.
and rather, they just listed a bunch of flying buzzwords offered at
Flight
deals that
lessons,
seem
pilot lessons,
impossible.
fuel.
For example, they list fuel supply among their offerings. But how are they?
Isn't
actually
gas hella
getting
expensive?
fuel
Yeah,
when
I was gonna
writing
say
it
that,
at
bro.
50 to
Isn't
90%
airplane gas
off?
like one of the most
Where in the
expensive things
country
like
or even
for
the
maintaining
world
a
are they
airplane?
offering it? It just doesn't seem realistic. What they're saying sounds fine on the surface, but the more you think about it, the less sense it really makes. It just seems too good to be true. Not to mention how bizarre it is that this unknown company could come
Bro,
in and offer literally
it's a little
anything
eerie,
you
bro.
want that's flying related with such exorbitant deals.
So what are these videos truly selling then?
This is easy enough.
There's
to
no way
know
they're selling
and pay
gas.
off as an ineffective or even deceitful advertisement. But there was something else that was much harder to ignore about these commercials. With that being the deal attendants themselves. Despite Aviloop claiming to be a professional aviation business, it's difficult not to notice how cheap these women's outfits appear. They're clearly costumes rather than real flight attendant uniforms.
I ain't gonna lie, I noticed that right away, bro. It looks more like, I don't know, bro. Like some, yeah, exactly, costumes, bro. They don't really look like real flight attendant outfits. It's more like something you would picture in a movie, like a joking movie.
Include actual flight attendants. Yet, for whatever reason, they chose to dress these girls in seductive costumes. If they were trying to make these advertisements look professional, they were failing miserably. And it wasn't only the outfits that had a strange sexual undertone to them. It was also the script that the girls were reading.
Whether you want to learn to fly, charter an airplane, or just see more girls like me,
Or to see more girls like me.
Aviloop can help.
Aviloop can help.
Bro, I don't think they're selling any airplanes, bro. Nothing related to airplanes at all, bro. See more of me, bro. Bro.
Bizarrely, the videos themselves...
Chat, this might be another ranked servicing system, you know? If you know what I mean, bro. Hey, yo, bro.
The thrill of their own successful landing. Get ready to fly big boy airplane.
They were clearly trying to be more than a
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
goes hand
bro.
in hand with the
This has
opposite
nothing
of
to
law.
do with airplanes, bro.
Now, some might argue that this was a sign of the times. In 2011,
No,
edgy
bro,
and
this is
over-sexualized
nothing to do with the
marketing was
times,
still
bro.
very much in the norm, with several major companies building their entire brands around the approach. But the only problem here is that the videos made it unclear what Aviloop was even supposed to be offering. Despite saying a lot, the lack of details made it entirely ineffective, like the business itself was an afterthought, with the focus instead being on these women. In fact, even in the channel's description, they simply wrote, "Meet Aviloop deal attendants." This is the official page for a brand new company trying to promote its services. And that's all they had to say. That's how they marketed their entire company.
This is weird.
Making some wonder what was actually the role of these deal attendants, and what was actually the purpose of Aviloop. The first and most likely theory at this point is that Aviloop was an overambitious company that used over-sexualized marketing to build intrigue around its brand, at a time when others were doing the same thing to great success.
There's no way, bro. I don't
Maybe
think
they
so,
weren't even
bro.
off the ground yet, and
It's like there's something
overpromising
weird, bro, with
services
the
that
wording,
weren't
bro.
able to provide.
Like, come
For the
fly
time
big
being,
boy
they're just
airplanes,
trying
bro.
to get more people to
That
visit
shit just
their
doesn't
website.
sound normal.
But with such a focus on these deal attendants, and just how strange these videos come across, some were left with a different theory. That rather than Aviloop using sex to sell their service, maybe sex
That is what it
was their
is.
service.
Yeah, bro. Because this is just weird, bro. And I'm gonna chat. Why do all the girls look younger, bro? Like, they all look very, like, small and, like, very younger, bro.
The guise of this fake aeronautics
I don't
company.
know.
This would explain the prominence of these deal attendants, as they themselves may have been the
Bro, what is this
actresses
picture, bro?
And it also explains the lack of information about the company itself.
Do you have to
The
put
reason
this
that
creepy
users
ass
and
smile
services don't seem to
that's
make
moving
sense
with the big ass
is because
nose?
They weren't actually offering them. It was all just a cover up. And honestly, just going off the eye test, this is how the page comes across. But there are other details that make this theory a lot more compelling.
Yeah, the way they're talking,
For
the
starters,
smiles,
in
bro,
numerous
just
videos
the,
they mention
like,
and
the
visual
movements,
pictures
bro,
of
the
website,
stature,
that
just
users
the
can vote
outfit, just
for their
everything
favorite
about
deal
it, bro.
attendant and win prizes as a result.
It's like,
You
just
can even
eerie,
vote for your
bro.
favorite deal attendant
I
and
just feel
win
weird.
special prizes.
With one of these special prizes later being revealed to be a one-on-one video call with one of these deal attendants. This shows
Bro,
that
chat,
deal attendants
do
weren't
not get
just
no
work,
ideas, bro,
they work
on no
for
video
the
calls, bro.
services offered to Aviloop users,
Nah,
making
bro.
one wonder what was actually happening on those video calls, and was it perhaps something sexual? And it goes even deeper than that, as there's a reason why I mentioned prostitution specifically in this theory, with that reason being a line mentioned in one of these videos.
To purchase this deal, you must hold at least a private pilot license and a current medical certificate. Don't miss out and click on that big blue button. You know you want to.
The deal attendant mentions that all
But why is she
customers
smiling like that?
up to date
You know you want to.
Now this isn't something
Bro.
that's necessarily unheard of in the aviation
What?
world, but it's
This is
certainly
not no
different
normal
from
ad, bro.
what
This
is
freaky ass shit, boy.
But in the context of
Freaky
this theory,
deaky, boy, my
it makes
leaky.
perfect
What the
sense.
fuck,
If
bro?
they truly were operating
This
some
is for them.
sort of
This is for like them
prostitution,
50-year-old
and
unks, bro. This is
customers
some
having
scam, bro.
up-to-date
This is like one of them
medical
scams. Watch that.
certificates would be
It's gonna be like a
imperative
crazy
for
ass
preventing the
scam ring,
spread
bro.
of STDs.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's strange enough to make this theory feel legitimately possible, but even if it wasn't true, it seems obvious that there was something off with this channel. And we haven't
It's
even
hella eerie,
discussed
bro.
the
I don't
strangest
know.
part of it all.
I feel like it's just a weird feeling looking at it.
In a few videos, you can hear unusual sounds in the background.
And you want to add multi-engine to your pretty green license, this is your opportunity to do it at 50% off.
What was that noise?
Add multi-engine to your pretty green license, this is your opportunity to your pretty green
Is someone moaning?
license. This is
What the fuck?
In the background, you can hear what appears to be someone moaning in a
What?
blatantly sexual manner.
No, that is. I heard that shit right away, bro.
Take notice.
It's like from up to like, it's like going down, up,
It's
bro.
certainly not a sound that
It's
could
like
just
pitching.
accidentally
Like,
happen
whoa,
on
whoa,
TikTok
whoa. That's like, whoa,
notice,
bro.
Which makes it all the stranger that another
Just something with the smile, bro. The face, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
And this one left viewers far more distressed.
Gang, creep the fuck out, gang.
You want to learn to fly, charter an airplane, or to see more girls like me? Aviloop can help. Or to see more girls like me? Aviloop can help.
What'd he say?
Or to see more girls like me? Aviloop can
Oh.
help.
Okay, bro, what?
Some believe that this is yet another sexual moan, while others swear they can hear a specific word. The word, help.
No way.
It's incredibly concerning.
Alright, bro, stop
especially
zooming in. Stop zooming
so
in.
many notifications.
Stop zooming in.
Given the link between prostitution prostitution.
Stop zooming in, bro. Like, this shit's hella creepy when you zooming in.
This could all be part of the marketing. Maybe this was all just a ploy to get.
This is not marketing, bro. This shit is like weird, bro. This shit just, bro, like you could just feel it, bro. Any normal person, bro, you just get that weird ass appeal off it. 2011? Oh yeah, bro. This is not normal, bro. Before all of this, nah.
At the time these videos were uploaded back in 2011, those visiting the Aviloop website would be met with a rather lackluster experience. The homepage was dull and uninviting, and seemed about as vague as the videos promoting it. However, they did have an About section that attempted to describe
Everything was
the
weird.
in depth. There, they mentioned that the primary goal of Aviloop was safety, as they believed that making training and other aeronautic services more accessible could in turn help prevent accidents, which strangely was never even hinted at in their videos, and is never mentioned again on any other portion of the website. But it was in this About tab that they listed even more services that they claimed to provide. Services like navigation equipment, headsets, and pilot vacations, among many other things. Basically anything even remotely related to flying, they sold.
It makes no sense. That's just weird though, bro. How can you sell museums of airplanes, fuel, outfits?
A process that they would go into greater detail about. Basically, Aviloop acts as a third party, partnering with aviation businesses to promote unique deals on their site. Each of these deals has a quota that must be hit for it to actually go through. So if enough people buy the deal, the quota is reached, and everyone gets a voucher to do or receive whatever they paid for. But if the deal doesn't reach its quota, then everyone is refunded.
So it's either enough people join in this deal in order to actually reach the deal, or you get your money back. Nah, that's bullshit, bro. This is some weird shit. Watch, bro. He's gonna crack it. It's gonna be some weird shit, bro.
Begging the question, was anything actually being sold on Aviloop.com? Well, there actually was. The deals were sorted by general locations, and most consisted of flying lessons, museum trips.
Flying lessons for women? Why does it sound so?
However, there was something
tattoos
unusual about these listings. Bizarrely, almost every deal on the site was marked as completed, each having ended in 1969, which obviously was.
Why 69, bro?
There were only a select few deals.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit's already like just eerie, bro. The number 69 just throws it off more.
Even then, there didn't seem
especially it being December 31st.
This end date of 1969 was either some sort of glitch, or it was intentionally set that way, as the year just so happens to be yet another section.
Exactly. Yep. See.
So what
it's just something eerie, bro.
Actually, only makes this company seem more suspicious. It was like they were trying to make it appear as if they were selling all these different things, yet in reality they were hardly offering anything, and what they were offering wasn't even available for purchase. This set me on a hunt trying to find any sort of testimonials or reviews from any Aviloop customers, but strangely, I couldn't find a single one. In fact, the only proof that I could find that anyone actually used the service was an Aviloop patch that I found floating around on eBay. And the only reason that this is at all significant is that these badges were included in most of the offers on the website. But this isn't substantial.
That means someone bought this?
And it's clear that the seller wasn't actually a customer and was instead a patch collector that must have somehow obtained it.
Bro, that means someone bought this though, dead ass, bro. Since he's a patch, that means someone, he might have like traded it. Bro, someone out there actually bought this shit, bro. Whatever this is, bro.
Just like the Aviloop channel, the website featured these deal attendants, and just like the channel, they seem to be the primary focus.
Why does it have this like weird ass fucking like? This shit like some backroom shit, bro. Something you like you wouldn't even expect to be real. It just has that appeal, bro. Like movie. Shit just feel like, what the fuck?
They sure are stunning. Vote for your favorite deal attendant for a chance to win a one-on-one VIP video chat with one of the girls. You will find our models are not only beautiful, but also fun and interesting to talk to. Just have fun. Feel free to bask in the glory of your win, and be the envy of your friends. After all, not everyone gets to brag about video chatting with supermodels. The process of voting for the best deal attendant.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Bragging about chatting with supermodels, bro.
Each week with the aforementioned private video call. And when discussing these calls, they not so suddenly hinted that they weren't just ordinary video chats. Writing, you will be talking to real successful fashion models with exciting backgrounds. Many are big aviation fans, so you will have a lot to talk about. You never know. Vote, win, chat. You never know. The allusion to sex was way more prevalent.
You never know, bro. Like, it's just there, dude. This is actually just weird, eerie, bro. This is YouTube too. This is based off two like YouTube videos from 15 freaking years ago, man.
Unlike the channel, here we're at least given a bit more context as to why these women or deal attendants are being used. And according to the site, it wasn't as sinister as it seems. Under the business section, which is used as an FAQ for companies wanting to promote their deals on AviLoop, they wrote, "What is the deal with deal attendance? As a business, you have the option to include a professional video of one of our stunning models on your deal page for a flat fee. She will deliver a 30 to 60 second message describing your promotion. Our deal attendants are real professional models who work for high-end clients. Why should I include a deal attendant? Although our promotions get a lot of exposure, adding a deal attendant has the potential of making it viral on social media sites. Promotions that include a video tend to be extra successful."
Okay, see, it's just understandable, I guess, because the girls, you know, there's people just like that are weirdos, you know.
They're
But
basically
like,
charging companies to
I don't know,
run
bro.
ads for deal attendants.
Something's
And the videos on their
something's
channel
missing,
are
chat. We're
examples
gonna
of
see
what
right
these
now.
ads would look like. Though
Something's
calling them
missing.
professional is
We're missing
extremely
something, bro. There's a
I can't
key
imagine
part here
anyone
that's missing, dude.
actually wanting to use
This
this
is too
service.
creepy, eerie.
And given
I
that
don't
these
know.
are the only videos that they shared, I don't think many, if any, actually did. But in this explanation, AviLoop is all but admitting to using these deal attendants to rope people into visiting their website, over-sexualizing them to lure in perverted internet users, giving them false hope that they'd be able to interact with these women and maybe even sleep with them. And in exchange, these users keep coming back to the site under this false hope.
And I ain't gonna lie, that
which
shit's
may
just
be
genuinely
leading to
real
them
too,
purchasing
bro.
something.
Like,
It's
some
an
people
insane
genuinely think
business
like that.
model, and one that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, they're claiming that this is a service for professionals and real aviation fans for the primary reason of making our skies safer, yet they aren't actually offering anything but the prospect of talking to women. These women are the main and really only draw of the service, and even the deals that they did list seem to contradict the primary goal of this company. I mean, how would a trip to the museum help with aviation safety? And how would a temporary tattoo help with that either? And
Like,
I'm not
why is
talking
that even a
just
thing though? A
They're
tattoo
also
though? It's just
extremely
$5.
sexual.
Like, it's just
They
weird,
were
bro.
meant to mimic pilot stripes and be put on your shirtless shoulders, with a package reading, "When a uniform just won't do," and the description adding all sorts of innuendos. And this is a good time to point out just how strange the writing is across the entire website. As here they write, "What better way to thank a pilot than by saying, 'Captain, you deserve to have your epaulets tattooed. We wish someone had these on board of the Miracle on the Hudson flight.' Just imagine the look on the pilot's face if someone handed these to him. So why not keep a pair in your wallet and thank the Sully in your life for the next flight? Every safe landing deserves recognition, and this gift is sure to make their day." Everything is written like this. It's not only sexual, it's also nonsensical.
That's weird,
it feels like it was
bro.
written by AI at a time when AI wasn't even a thing. Everything about AviLoop.
Everything just feels like it's just
The
like,
lack of
bro,
intangible
like,
goods and services,
there's like a
openly
fucking
promoting
certain word
business
for this, bro.
structure, and the lack of any public customers just makes this company appear so fake. But that doesn't inherently mean that they were actually involved in pornography or prostitution. I mean, despite all these innuendos, there is no direct mention of the sale of sex anywhere on the website from what I could see. And unfortunately, much of the website is lost to time, as in 2016 the site would go down, replaced by another random URL, making it impossible to know what this platform was actually like for those who signed up for it. What were they actually being offered? What were they discussing amongst themselves? And what happened on these video calls? It's all unknown, as what I've
Bro,
shown
everything's
is
just
pretty much all I was
weird.
able to salvage from the Wayback Machine. However, AviLoop didn't stay down forever. In 2019, AviLoop.com re-emerged, only this time it looked very different. Gone were the deals, the business model, and most importantly, the deal attendants, and in its place was what looked to be a generic template website. They still claimed to offer some of their services, but they were now left even more vague, and there was no attempt to even make it look like you could purchase anything. Even the innuendos were gone. It was quite literally as bare bones as it gets. It comes across like a sham website, void of any notable information, with one exception. There was a single new addition to the site, as at the very bottom you could find a short bio, not of a deal attendant, but of a legitimate pilot named Nadia Marinko, the creator of AviLoop.
So this is the one, bro?
This revelation is huge. as
She's an
Nadia
actual
Marinko
pilot,
was
though?
a well-known and extremely successful pilot, which makes
So it's
AviLoop
real.
more confusing, as you would think that her involvement in the company would help legitimize it and make it seem more likely that AviLoop was a real company after all.
Bro, so it's real,
Instead,
bro.
It actually did the exact opposite, as her involvement plunges this mystery into a whole new depth, a depth far darker than we've yet to discuss.
Why? Why are you trying to make it scary?
Born in Czechoslovakia in 1986, Nadia dedicated her younger years to modeling, landing multiple high-profile roles in her country. And by the age of just 15, these roles led to her being moved to the United States to help continue this.
At 15, bro? So she was like that
20,
already
her
at
interest had
15.
shifted
So,
to a
young
different
age.
kind of runway. She became obsessed with flying and had a natural talent for it too, quickly rising through the ranks and gaining certifications faster than most others could at that age. By 25, she was considered extremely accomplished for someone so young, and her resume would soon reach a wider audience when she began leveraging social media.
What is this jolly ass video?
She posted videos under the alias Gulfstream Girl, and eventually Global Girl, where she marketed herself as a supermodel turned pilot, which worked to the tune of millions of views. Nadia Marenko was a star in the aviation world.
Oh, so she was like a good pilot.
And it was during the height of this success that she started Aviloop. It clearly wasn't meant to be some big secret either. She actively promoted it on numerous occasions, doing interviews on podcasts and even taking it to a trade show. If this was a front for something nefarious, she was doing a bad job of keeping it discreet, which seems to back
Did he still think it was something bad?
And it would be very easy to settle on that theory.
I'm starting to think like number one. I'm starting to think like it was just overly sexualized.
Been all that Nadia was known for. You see, there was something that she was hiding from her audience. A secret in the form of a bond with one man whom she was working closely with at the time that Aviloop was launched. A man by the name...
So what happened? What the fuck?
Of Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein has been arrested on new sex trafficking charges of soliciting and procuring minors.
Little fucking St. James.
Trafficking young women and children over to Little St. James.
In case you're somehow unaware,
This shit just took a fucking turn.
prolific pedophile and human trafficker maybe of all time. He carried out
This
a
shit just
large-scale
took a
human
turn.
trafficking operation, bringing children to his private island that he and other elites exploited in horrific ways. It's one of the biggest news stories of my lifetime, and over the past years, there's been so much talk surrounding the acquaintances of Epstein, who is connected with him, and how close were they. But of all these people in Epstein's circle, few, if any, were closer to him than Nadia Marenko. It's a difficult subject.
They're
to
best
discuss,
friends?
but Nadia is considered one of Epstein's victims. He found her through her modeling job when she was just a teenager, and she didn't just come to the United States for work. Epstein himself brought her, after allegedly purchasing her from her father. What followed?
Oh,
was
Yugoslavian
a
what?
prescribed sex slave.
Bro.
It's a horrible and unimaginable fate. But while Nadia appeared to have been a victim of Epstein, that wasn't all she was, as after becoming an adult, she also became Epstein's accomplice. When Epstein was first investigated by the FBI back in the 2000s, many of his victims came forward and claimed that Nadia was not only present for their use, but she was a willing participant, there to satisfy Epstein's criminal sexual desires by, on occasion, directly participating in sex use and prostitution.
Bro, this shit's disgusting, bro.
Now, Epstein was eventually given a sweetheart deal for these crimes in 2008, which led to him serving.
They were trying to expand to her YouTube,
As
bro.
part of that deal, Nadia was given complete immunity, meaning she never faced any sort of repercussions for her use of children. But despite being a free woman by the time that Epstein was thrown in jail, she stood by his side, living in his New York City home, waiting for his release. And while he was behind bars, Nadia would visit him roughly 70 times. These two were deeply connected,
Bro.
even well after she was his slave.
Bro.
With Nadia even making a scrapbook for Epstein, which is just so terrifying that I had to at least mention it in this video. It would be several years later in 2012.
Bro, I can't even fucking put words in my mouth, bro. I can't even formulate words. This shit is disgusting.
She became one of Epstein's pilots, taking victims and perpetrators alike to and from the island. On the plane they dubbed the Lolita Express.
That's why the fuck he trained her. He bought her so he could fucking manipulate her and train her, bro. And she was his pilot.
Was the same thing that happened in his bedrooms and the massage rooms. The abuse did not stop because we're in the air. Jeffrey couldn't take a 2-hour flight without having to ejaculate. Like, that's how sick this man was.
Nadia Marenko was directly trafficking children for Epstein, and she was doing this in 2012, mere months after she started Aviloop.
Bro, chat, we're talking
Which brings us
10
to our third and most
fucking
upsetting theory,
years, bro.
that Aviloop wasn't a cover for
10 years, bro, of
rather
children.
a front for child trafficking and pedophilia. Nadia's involvement alone and the
10
timing of the couple's
years,
launch,
bro.
mixed with all the innuendos, the red flags, it all starts to make sense. And it's made even more disturbing when you look at the videos they posted on YouTube. As one thing I failed to mention so far is just how young these deal attendants look. There's obviously
No,
no
don't
way
tell
to
me, bro.
conclusively determine their age
Nah,
or
bro,
age.
chill out, bro.
Some believe that they look to be teenagers and maybe even underage.
That's too much,
which
bro.
would make sense for this theory, as the deal attendants wouldn't be prostitutes, but rather child victims. It's a theory that has to be considered. I mean, as crazy as it seems, Aviloop was quite literally founded and run by a child trafficker who was actively trafficking children
It's
when
insane,
the company
bro.
started. And Nadia wasn't the only sketchy character involved in the site behind the scenes. Epstein himself was as well. The two frequently emailed each other, and in multiple instances, Aviloop was discussed, with Epstein frequently giving her advice. In one email, he wrote to her, "Website is cool, mix of porn, Groupon, and flying. The
Bro,
marketing
what?
campaign could be, buy with us, we give a flying fuck." His mentioning of porn here is just more confirmation that Aviloop wasn't just an aviation
Dude, bro,
company.
this shit is like
This also
absolutely
shows that
disgusting,
Epstein
bro.
was helping with the company.
It's insane
And
that
he wasn't
people
just doing
generally
this
thought
for
this way,
phony
bro.
advice. Throughout his emails, you can also find dozens of receipts from transactions with Aviloop, totaling hundreds of thousands of dollars of payments sent
Oh,
directly
bro, this
to
is
the company.
disgusting, bro.
Jeffrey Epstein was an investor in Aviloop, and a big one too. And he seemed to believe in the service so much
What the
that
fuck?
he even appeared to use it himself, as emails showed him inquiring about booking flights through the company. Nadia at one point even offered to help Epstein through Aviloop, writing, "Is there anything I can do for you? I can find a deal through Aviloop on anything you want. Airplanes, helicopters, cheapest charters, discounted fuel, or a new model/assistant." She's literally
bro.
offering Jeffrey Epstein a model through Aviloop, which more than hints at this theory being possible. I mean, she spells it out. And if they were in fact trafficking children through this service, this could give us a blueprint to how they were able to get their victims. Maybe they were finding models and having them fly out under the assumption that modeling is all they would be doing.
That's how he
Maybe
got
these videos
her,
were
bro,
even
and
their
then she was
tryouts
like
for
his
their
puppet,
role,
basically,
which
bro.
they did without even realizing what
Her
was to
own
come.
dad, bro.
I mean, these women were referred to
This shit
as
is
models
nasty,
on the
dude.
Aviloop website. And remember, modeling is exactly how Epstein found Nadia. And it's also how he found so many
Aw,
other victims,
bro.
as he was known to use the modeling industry as a means of recruiting young and underage women, offering them high-paying jobs and potentially career-making opportunities in order to lure them in. So maybe this was all part of the operation, or maybe Nadia was simply taking a page from his book and using the same style of entrapment that he used on her.
This shit is crazy, chat.
It's so disturbing to even consider. And there's
This
one
shit
more
is
email
crazy,
that I
bro.
believe is the most disturbing of all, that could allude to their alleged trafficking. An email with the subject line, "Old Terry Coconuts. I ordered sweet young coconuts from Thailand for you, and they just arrived. Very yummy. I was going to ship them to you in Paris, but I hear you are coming back, so I will send them to 71st with Sarah, just so you don't have to drink juices from Old Harry things."
Bro, sweet young and old Harry, nah, bro. This is like, bro. Come on, man, like,
may have meant by sweet young coconuts.
this
So
shit was
it
in
a
front of
joke,
our
or was it a
faces,
coded
bro. This
message?
shit's just
It's
crazy to
hard
me,
say.
bro.
But this email was sent on November 13th, 2011, just 2 months after the launch of Aviloop.
Welcome to Aviloop, your collective buying website for anything aviation.
So what was Aviloop? Well, to this day, we still don't have a true answer, but everyone has their theories, and most
I
of
think
them
it's for
are
sure
not
the
good.
top one, bro.
Many legitimately believe that Aviloop was a
For
front
sure.
child trafficking, and I can
For
see
sure,
why.
bro. Like,
The
it's just
connections and
disgusting,
strange
bro.
material on the website and the
Like,
channel make this impossible to write off as just
That
some
shit was
crazy
just a
conspiracy
fucking
theory.
major
And
twist,
if
bro.
this theory were to be believed, it makes the Aviloop YouTube channel that much more disturbing, as these videos would be advertisements for a human trafficking service that potentially included the victims as the stars. It's also possible that this was a hub for prostitution, and while sex work doesn't always mean human trafficking, just given the
Bro.
players involved, that would definitely still be a concern.
This shit's kind of insane.
There's also still the possibility that Aviloop was secretly a porn website, like Epstein seemed to suggest in his email. with this content perhaps occurring on those one-on-one video calls. And there was one email that I found that was sent from Epstein's assistant, Story Cowles, that makes this feel even more believable, as Epstein asks him what he was up to which Story responds, "Just playing online at Abbey Loop. Pouring rain. Love it, love it." The way these people communicate is just so weird and hard to decipher, but playing online at Abbey Loop certainly seems to suggest that this wasn't just a typical...
Bro, they talk like fucking animals, bro. They talk like they're like
I think given the secrecy
inhumane, bro. I'm telling you, the way they talk, bro, like they have code words and they just understand. It's just fucking insane, dude.
And if they were even of age.
Like,
Nadia's legal team has pushed back on these theories, claiming she was merely Epstein's victim and nothing more. And someone who allegedly worked at Abbey Loop claimed that the ad campaign was merely meant to be provocative. And that's all. But this just feels so hard to believe. And regardless of which, if any of these theories are true, it seems so obvious to me that Abbey Loop was never meant to just be a normal company. I even question if perhaps Nadia had created Abbey Loop as a fake website, which Epstein could then funnel money into in order to make it look like Nadia was earning legitimate income. Something that she needed to prove in order to get her US visa, which her emails to Epstein show she was clearly struggling with. And she seemed to allude to this at least being part of her reasoning for creating Abbey Loop in the first place. And part of the reason
so was she doing it to make money? But she was definitely doing it, like, bro, it literally said along that other people said that she enjoyed doing, like, she would join, bro. Like, she's fucking sick in the head as well, bro.
Her work directly helped lead to his 2019 arrest.
But then again, bro, who knows, bro? She was literally sold by her own dad, bro. So who knows what this fucking sick motherfucker did to her, bro. This is just crazy, chat.
Void of anything.
What a video, bro. This shit turned, bro.
Since then, it's never been updated again. And there's hardly been any updates from Nadia herself either. She made a brief appearance in a 2019 YouTube video where she pulled a prank on a flying instructor, acting as an inexperienced student.
And she was on YouTube, bro? Just walking, bro? Living?
As far as to dress as a child. But since then, her trail goes pretty much cold. And once the Epstein files started releasing around 2024, she disappeared from the public eye. Bizarrely, from that point on, the only trace of her seems to have come from images and videos from a monastery, which she seems to have joined. Nadia Mariko's work with the FBI and the immunity that she was given all those years ago makes it feel unlikely that she'll ever be prosecuted, or even investigated for whatever this whole operation was. The reality, though, is that we don't know the full truth about Abbey Loop.
Bro, just think about all the people that, bro, you don't know where they are anymore. This is just like, bro, what the fuck, bro? She was a pilot, bro. She was flying them wherever.
Within all of it, we can eventually find an answer to the question, what was Abbey Loop? But until then, it will remain one of the darkest mysteries, not only on YouTube, but across the entire internet.
Absolute bananas, bro.
Hey guys, I actually have a super last minute update here. I completely finished this video, but there was something that was still bothering me. The question of who were these deal attendants? I initially tried looking for information that could give us an idea.
Yeah, I know I was running it, bro. Make sure they're not no kids, bro.
But I decided to give it one last look, and I'm glad that I did because I actually think I identified two of them. I found an article that reported one of them as being a woman named Shannon Cusack, which explained that Shannon was actually a friend and maybe even roommate of Nadia at the time that she was starting up Abbey Loop. And at the time of filming this ad, she was actually in her mid-20s. It seems like she might have just been helping out at the time with this. She even listed the job on her LinkedIn, supposedly. Though it's now since been removed.
Hey, bro, as long as it's not no kids, bro.
The attendant that I might have found was Ashley, and it was actually thanks to a YouTube comment. And what's interesting about her was that she was a model, but she was also in her mid-20s around the time of filming this. And based on her blog, she continued to have a normal modeling career and seemingly normal life after her time working with Abbey Loop, before she sadly passed away from cancer. And from what I've seen, there isn't much to hint that she was ever a victim.
Chat, what if they silenced her, chat?
This is huge because a lot of people were falsely claiming that this girl was Ashley Martinez.
You deadass even never know, chat. You deadass never know.
Her to this day. But this doesn't appear to be the case. The only deal attendant that I wasn't able to ID was Claire, who does happen to look the youngest. But knowing now that these other women were of age, I feel more inclined to believe that maybe the women shown on the channel weren't actually victims of the operation. Or at the very least, they weren't children. But obviously I can't say this for certain. And that's not to say that that wasn't happening behind the scenes, of course. This just adds another layer to this mystery.
And as always, bro, appreciate y'all for watching, chat. If y'all enjoyed, bro, comment down y'all favorite part of this video, bro. Even though, bro, this was a crazy one, bro. If y'all want to see more videos like this, bro, let me know down below, bro. Love y'all, boys. Stay blessed, bro. See y'all next. Peace.